Welcome to This Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we're going to break down something incredibly practical and, honestly, highly profitable. We're looking at exactly how to build, configure, and actually monetize a street Wi-Fi hotspot right from the ground up. If you've ever wondered how to turn a simple internet connection into a real, reliable revenue stream using professional-grade hardware, well, you're exactly where you need to be. We're going to map out the precise setup and the configurations you need to make this whole thing work. Let's get right into it.
But before we get to the solution, we kind of have to address the elephant in the room, right? Are shared Wi-Fi passwords totally ruining your network's profitability? Think about it. When you just hand out a password, you're basically opening up a tap and walking away. It's an open tap method. People share that password with their friends, their devices stay connected for literally days on end, and suddenly your entire network is bogged down. You get terrible network hogging, frustrated customers who can't even get a decent connection, and basically zero reliable revenue for you. It's a lose-lose.
So, you've got a really clear choice here. On one side, you have the traditional open-tap method, unlimited, messy, and totally unprofitable. You're essentially just giving away the internet for free. But on the flip side, you can utilize controlled vouchers. And this is where the magic really happens. A voucher system means access is timed, the data is capped, and most importantly, it's monetized. It's the stark difference between running a charity and running a solid, reliable business out there at markets, bus stops, or roadside stalls.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. The street hotspot opportunity. 2. Mapping the hardware setup. 3. Ruijie gateway configuration steps. 4. Network capacity planning. And finally, 5. Hotspot operational best practices. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the street hotspot opportunity.
Now, to really grasp this opportunity, we need to look at the tech driving it. A street hotspot is, at its very core, a captive portal Wi-Fi network. What does that mean? It means access is strictly controlled by authenticated voucher tokens rather than just one single shared password. And the demand for quick, affordable internet right now is absolutely surging in places like Papua New Guinea. People are desperately looking for connectivity at local markets, bus stops, roadside stalls, right outside small shops, you name it. By using a captive portal, you meet that surging demand by selling controlled, reliable access.
Moving right along to Section 2, mapping the hardware setup.
Let's map out this really clean, logical architecture step by step. Step 1 is your upstream connection coming from your ISP. This could be fiber, an LTE connection, or even Starlink, whatever works best in your area. That internet pipe flows directly into Step 2, which is your Ruijie gateway. Now, this gateway is essentially the ultimate gatekeeper for your entire network. From there, the connection flows right into Step 3, your customer Wi-Fi, which is broadcast out over your Ruijie access points, or APs. It's a super simple, robust, three-step pipeline. Upstream, gateway, access points. Simple as that.
Now for the brains of the operation. Section 3, Ruijie gateway configuration steps. So the gateway runs that captive portal we talked about, but more importantly, it gives you absolute control through session settings. You can set strict time limits on exactly how long a code works. You can set specific hard data caps. You can implement per-user bandwidth shaping to control the speeds, and you can even enforce device MAC address limits per voucher. That means one voucher code equals exactly one device, no sharing. This right here is the exact technical advantage you need to prevent password sharing and stop devices from just leeching off your network for days without paying.
I really cannot stress this operational rule enough. You have got to protect your upstream bandwidth. By configuring those strict settings in the Ruijie gateway, like the bandwidth shaping and the device limits we just mentioned, you ensure that one heavy user cannot ruin the experience for everyone else. If one person decides to download huge files, the gateway literally stops them from hogging all the available bandwidth. Honestly, these configurations are the ultimate key to maintaining a stable, fair, and profitable network for all of your paying customers.
All right, let's look at the math. Section 4, Network Capacity Planning.
Let's start with a baseline example to make this concrete. Imagine you have a stable 20 megabit per second upstream connection coming in from your ISP. That 20 megabits, that's your total pool of resources. So the big question is, how do we divide that up so everyone gets a great experience?
So how do we calculate the concurrency? Let's look at the numbers. Our total capacity is 20 Mbps. To protect the network, we configure a per-user cap of 2 Mbps right there in the gateway. Now, simple math might tell you, okay, 20 divided by 2 equals 10 users. But in the real world, networks have overhead. You absolutely have to account for real-world variance. So, taking that stable 20 megabit link and applying a 2 megabit cap, you can comfortably serve roughly 8 to 10 active users at the exact same time. This is exactly how you guarantee that when a customer buys a voucher, they actually get the speed they paid for. Almost at the finish line. Section 5, Hotspot Operational Best Practices.
I'm going to deliver these non-negotiable rules rapid fire for you. First, always separate your staff and customer networks. Never, ever mix your internal operations with your guest Wi-Fi. Second, place your access points strictly for maximum coverage, not just where it happens to be convenient to run a cable. And third, and this one is absolutely vital, add a small UPS backup battery to your setup. If you have even a brief power dip, the gateway is going to reset, sessions will drop, and you will instantly have a crowd of very angry paying customers on your hands. A simple UPS prevents that whole nightmare.
When it comes to the vouchers themselves, keep your tiers incredibly simple, especially when you're just starting out. Offer a 30-minute slice, a 2-hour slice, and a 24-hour slice. That is it. Don't overcomplicate your menu right out of the gate. Let your hotspot run, observe the peak usage trends on your network, and only then should you start tweaking your data caps and time limits to maximize that revenue.
So the final provocative question I'll leave you all with is this. What will your baseline setup look like? Now that you know the architecture, the crucial gateway controls, and the sizing math, it's time to actually build it. If you want to jumpstart on monetizing your own network, drop the word hotspot in the comments. I'll share the starter Ruijie hotspot design and a baseline voucher profile template directly with you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go out there and build that network.